Man, this laptop camera is not too bad. Pretty good. Hey, how's it going? Kids are in bed. Finished Professor Geek's stream, which was fun. Every 10 minutes, my little 2-year-olds try to escape from their crib, but Daddy had to talk with them. And it looks like they're finally in bed. Finally. Took a while. But let me see. Teresa Martin had her big stream, and hello, how are you? So I joined that. That was fun. Her monetization stream. Hello, Alex. How's it going? I was on paper movies, which was super fun. The first minute is something you should watch, even if you don't care about Godzilla. I think it's excellent. So much funny. I muted. We were just goofing around. I hit mute and did that, and they took the clip and did some great editing on it. On your way home from work, where do you work? What do you do? If you care to share. But yeah, and so now, you know, I gave my thoughts on Dune. I think on a podcast. I can't remember which one. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Hopefully they make more. Hey, how's it going? Never. Callum is the one with the calendar. Did you not? That was a true story. He said that he would make a calendar. We're like, yes. And he was just joking. I don't think he knew it was going to make. And it made that night. It was so funny. Yeah, it's a fun movie. Voyage. Okay, if it's a Doctor episode, it's a good episode. If it's anything else, it's garbage. I would be interested to see how they do that. Yeah. Even though they've changed up the movie so much now, it's so different from the novelizations. I don't know where they're going to go with it. And of course, I don't like that. But either way, visually again, they're nice. Dark greetings. Oh, really? He's not that creative. That's why. A lot of people liked it. Oh, good. You should go see him. He's a great guy. That would be interesting to see how they do it. I mean, that's fine. I mean, a lot of people are going to like the changes. I didn't. But of course, I won't because, I like the book. And the books are just better. Books are always better for me. It is. It is. It is. It is a great book. Dave Warburton did an excellent job with it. Dune's fun. There's a fun book series. Of course, his son and my favorite author, Kevin J. Anderson, teamed up and wrote a bunch of prequels and then some sequels. And they're really good. They're really good too. Yeah. Maybe so. I'm glad everyone liked Dune. Yeah, go ahead. That'd be awesome. He's a great guy to talk to. I don't know if he does a writer's workshop at the con, but it's well worth it. He's just a fantastic guy to talk to. Really nice guy. I met him several times. He was at Legends Con. I know people really loved him there. But generally speaking, he's a great guy. I've met Kevin J. Anderson several times too, and he's really good with the fans. He's really good with the fans. No, that's fine. It's just someone like me that it bugs. It's like the Lord of the Rings movies. Well, Del Rey is good. Del Rey, the stories grew up with us. But Bantam is like the backbone in a way. And Del Rey put on the muscle. So they work well together. But of course, Del Rey stories got more mature with audiences and were really good. Not the biggest fan, but yeah, you may like it. Oh, not to out you, but you live in AZ, I believe, because he is from Arizona. I like Arizona. I try desperately to get my work. My work used to send me to Phoenix every year, and sometimes multiple times a year. And ever since the pandemic, no travel. Excuse me. Now we do things virtually, which sucks. And I really tried this year for them to send me, and they wouldn't. Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. Not playing games tonight. Yeah, he's a good guy. Thank you. Good to see you too. Yep. I bet he doesn't. It does. It does. It's excuse me. It stays more true to the books in a way, but it does. That's true. I didn't say it was perfect. It's not as far from perfect, Lynch, as it is. Come on, what's going on? Hey, yeah. Hey, man. How's it going? I was just talking about you to Chris the other day. We miss you not being around. So, yeah, I don't know. The allergies are really bad here, but I don't know. It turned into a cold or something. I don't know. But I'm getting better. I'm getting better. It's funny because when I don't talk, I don't cough. So I don't know. Crazy. Yeah. I hate abridged. Oh no. Yeah. Well, he's gonna be at Legends Con, and I can't wait to meet him. Yeah, it's a beautiful state. I've been everywhere almost in it because back in the day I didn't know anyone, and so I would just travel and just see this because I had to stay there over the weekend because a plane trip back got me in too late, and in 23 hours or 22 hours, I have to turn around and get back on a plane, and it wasn't worth it. So I just spent my weekends there, and like I said, at first I didn't know anyone, so I saw the Grand Canyon. I saw wherever they have the copper mine, Bisbee. Went to Jerome up in the mountains, Flagstaff. Uh, if it's not Phoenix, it's the other town. Oh my goodness, where Arizona is. The University of Arizona, Arizona State's in Phoenix. Anyway, um, but I went down to the border, see one of my good friends in Yuma. Went to Tombstone, Grand Canyon. I think I said that, but yeah, it's a nice state. My wife's in love with it. She wants to move there. But yeah, it was nice. And now I have tons of friends, and work will never send me now. Can't go anywhere now. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I love Doom. Oh, good. You should. It is a beautiful state. Yeah. Bantam did a good job. They did. Yeah, I felt that was the year I was in Tempe, technically, for 6 months, on and off. And I wasn't at home anymore, so I had to film Matt's Expanded Universe on a mountain. And I'd go up there after work and film as many episodes as I could. And I filmed a few in Columbus, Ohio, because I was traveling a lot up there for a while. And one or two of them in Memphis, no, Knoxville. Not many, but I was in Knoxville for a minute. But I was in Tempe, honestly, for 6 months out of that year, and I just wasn't home. So I just did a bunch of videos because I couldn't. When I got home, I'd record as many videos as I could and edit them on the road. But then it got to be I was never getting home. So I was like, you know what? Screw it, because I'm never at home. Like I'd be at home for just a few days and back on the road again. And so then I started filming in Tempe. I'd love to go back. Like I said, I really tried this year. They need help, but due to some more recent budget cuts, the answer is a hard no, which I'm bummed about. Because I have so many friends there now. I love Bantam. I am a Bantam too. No, my brother watches the NBA playoffs. I do not. They're great. They're great books. Oh, cool. That's a good idea. I like it. Yeah, it sucks. Just those first two cuts are the worst. The grass mowing cuts are the worst for me. And then after that, like I cut it this week. And I mean, maybe that added a little bit to what I'm feeling now. But it was the first one just knocked me down. The second one even worse because they were back to back. But there's just so much pollen in the area. Oh, John Whitman's gonna be great. Oh, it was. No, I'm not. Shoot. Is it? Okay. You're right then. I got it wrong. Those I wrote down a long time ago, but okay. Not going to argue because tomatoes are fruit, but people think it's a vegetable. But yeah. Come on in. We'll do some more. Just to let you know, Stephen, Mikey is not coming back anytime soon on Sandwich Flange. He's just in his own funk right now. So, yeah. So it's just me for now. And it's hard because I'm trying to get over this, but, less talking good for me. But recording those Saturday morning Sandwich Flange, I record them Friday night, like the night before. And it was 120 one day when I was there in June or July. And I told my boss, do I get hazard pay? She went, no, you get sunscreen. Put it on. That was funny, I'll admit. But it's a dry hot. It is hot. But that's why people get dehydrated a lot because they don't, people who are not from the area, they don't know how hot it is. And if you don't, drink liquid, you could really make yourself sick. I've heard that. But at least he doesn't put that into any of his speeches, at least what I've heard. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, we filmed that. Shoot, I filmed that the day I was getting on the plane. All that stuff. Even in the all the way, that was all filmed in one whole day. Me going to different airports and stuff. Yeah, connecting flights. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, you're welcome. Great books guy. He knows great books. I'd like to go visit. I really would. Yeah, usually I do, and now I'm not right now. I'll be honest, I don't have a dog in the fight really because I'm a Red Wings fan. They're terrible. But I'll watch. I used to watch it all the time. And the past couple of years, I've gotten out of it. And it's sad because we used to be me and my brother. My younger brother used to watch it. I mean, when there's someone to watch it with you, you're more excited. But if you by yourself, you kind of lose that excitement. Oh, hush, big whiner. Yeah. So fun, yeah. Sure, yeah. I don't know if many of those books. I don't know what I could contribute, but yeah, if I'm available. Sports. Yeah, you know what? I don't like the Cthulhu mythology, and everyone's loving that that's in supernatural encounters. And of course, to H.P. Lovecraft, he said anyone can use it, right? That's why it's everywhere, and that's actually what's kept it so relevant. I think if it was copyright, if it was copyright protected for so many years, it would have been forgettable. I was smart, and but a lot of people love that it's woven into it. Sure. Oh, Labyrinth of Eden, both of those are just great. You're gonna love them both. Just great. Yeah, because I feel like that. No, I have not. I'm too scared. I got kids with me. Watch after watching it at night. If I'm gonna watch it, because I got like I said, my little boy sits in my lap, watches anything, man. And I was watching Invincible. Invincible's pretty bloody, and I was like, and he's just sitting there watching. He goes, and I was like, you know what? Maybe like the poofy little angel came up and went, "Hey, Matt, maybe watching gratuitous violence as a cartoon is not a good idea for your 2-year-old son." And I was like, "Shh." But I want to finish this. But then, I eventually turn it off. Dark greetings. What's up? Hello. No, not that I know of. That's probably the biggest. I mean, Light Cider takes place between Dark Empire 1 and 2, but I'm sure you knew about that one. But I am looking forward to the Hungarian Han Solo books. I am. And I'm so glad the Shield Slayer is here. I was in Salt Lake City for 2 minutes. I was in the airport. I was stuck in the airport. I can't remember where I was going. Oh, yeah, I do know. I must have been going to Idaho. And I said, how long is the delay? And they said like 4 to 6 hours. I was like, I want out of here. And I did seriously think about leaving the airport and hitting the town for a minute. But I thought, dude, I've got 2 to 4 hours. They said they'd ping me, they'd text me updates. And I was like, not worth it. I did think about it because I was so bored in the airport and I wanted to go visit Salt Lake. Just to say, because I technically I say I've never been to Utah. Because if you never left the airport, then I don't think you've ever been. You can't say I've been to the city before. I wanted to go in and explore Salt Lake City. I'd love to go. I hear Utah's beautiful too. Hydrate. That's right. That's right. Aww. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. When's the next time you're coming in? If anyone doesn't know, this is my old roommate and one of my last roommates I had, and one of my favorite roommates. Because we have so many stories that Olive can't hear yet. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But we had a lot. Steve and I had a lot of good time. I mean, we still had good times afterwards. I'll tell you one story that was really funny. So Steven was coming over. He'd come up 50% of the time. I'd call him to come help me fix something, meaning he fixed it. I didn't help. I held the flashlight maybe. And then the other 50%, it was just a hangout. Like our Wheel of Time podcast series as honestly one of my favorite. I mean, if you looked at if I ranked a top 5 Prince of the Universe podcast, that's in the top 5 because it was so enjoyable, and that was Steven's idea. Steven came to me with the idea, and I was like, okay. And it was so much laughter, so much fun. And we did other books too, and that was fun too. Silo series is good too. But we had a lot of fun as roommates too. So, and one time he came over, I think it was just to hang out. I think he'll correct me if I'm wrong. And he knocked on the door, and he said, "Hey man, did something hit your roof?" And I was like, "No, why?" He went, "You have a dent in your roof." I went, "What?" And sure enough, it looks like there's a dent. He went, did you fall on it? I said, no, I haven't been up on the roof. He said, that's just weird. He said, do you mind if I look up in the attic? I said, yeah, I want to look up in the attic. One of the beams to the structure was never nailed in, and it had fallen off, and the whole roof was kind of, part of the roof was sinking in. And we had never seen anything like that. There wasn't even a nail. Like, how was it standing? How did this pass inspection? So we had to raise the roof to put the 2x4 in there. And what we did, we got my hydraulic pump. Do you remember this, Stephen? We got tons of blocks of wood, and we lifted it, and it raised the roof up. And we shoved that beam in there. I shoved it in there while Stephen nailed it in. But who knows what would have happened to my roof, because I go in through my garage door. I don't go in the front door. We go in the garage door, but people use the front door. So I never look up and it was right there by the front door. And the way the house was positioned, there's a big tree that covers that area. So when you come into the driveway, you're going by this tree, which covers that area of the roof. So I never would have seen it if Stephen hadn't called it out. Or maybe if I'm mowing the grass and looked up, when would I have done that? So, but that was really fun. That was really fun. But Stephen, Seth, I got Seth. You know Seth. I got Seth to help me rewire some electrical stuff. And you're thinking, why Seth? Because the dude did rent houses. I thought he did this. That was the wrong person to call, but it was the right person. We laughed. We didn't electrocute ourselves, and we got all the fixtures. We're changing the fluorescent fixtures to LED. That is not easy. It took, I couldn't have done it by myself. And even Seth and I had issues. We needed a third person. But we were laughing about this and saying, man, if we die or we blow the whole building up. And Chris is like, yeah, I wonder why you called Seth. Like, of all people to call. I didn't know anyone else. And I didn't know that Luke, I won't say last name, but I didn't know Luke who goes here. I didn't know he was an electrician. And I haven't seen him in like a month, but I'm trying to get him and Savannah to come over for board game night because they're interested. And but I didn't know he was an electrician. Man, I would have had him over a long time ago. Been his friend. Keep your friends close and your friends who know how to fix stuff closer. Yeah, but I had nothing to do over the weekend back then. I mean, literally, I had no friends. I wasn't bored. I would just explore the town. And then eventually, I made tons of friends at work, tons of friends outside of work. I can't remember the local game store in Tempe. They knew me by name. In fact, one guy knew he was from work, and he came into the store and he bought me a game because I was gonna be there for my birthday. And he says, I'm looking for a game for a buddy of mine from Louisiana, but he's gonna be here for his birthday. And the guy behind the counter goes, you're talking about Matt? He went, yeah, how do you know Matt? He went, dude comes over and plays with us all the time. He went, he plays with my game group too. Whoops. They found I was cheating on. I wasn't cheating. I was just going alternate nights to different game nights. But he goes, dude, how do you know so-and-so? I was like, and they're both texting me. I was like, oh, you guys met? Oh, okay. Yeah. I played D&D with one group, the only time I ever played, and I loved it. It was so much fun. And then the other group, man, and I love those guys. Every once in a while they hop on in here. And I do love and I miss those guys very much. But they would take a game that is so complex. His name was Austin. Austin bought the biggest Kickstarters that came with these like Batman from Goliath. Was it Goliath games? Anyway, that game looks beautiful, but holy crow, are there a lot of rules. I didn't play the Batman one, but it's games like that. And we spent so much time looking over the rules, trying to play the game, looking over the rules, but it was so much fun. And that was the night that I drank energy drink, and I found it was 2 a.m. And I did not sleep the rest of the night. I went and worked out when I got home at like 4. I went to go work out in the hotel gym because I knew I couldn't sleep. That was quite a night. My brother is a Penguins fan. Well, my brother's Penguins and Steelers. I don't watch the NFL at all. No, I don't. I don't. I don't. No, I'm going to stop and not watch the last season of the Clone Wars either, because that was firmly established in Legend. I mean, in Disney canon, it's not part of Legends at all. It was created years past. Woohoo! No, but you and Bruce both swear by those. I need to. I need to. Bruce is actually going to bring me in paperback movies, paper movies. Adam made fun of me because I keep getting it wrong. But in paper movies, I didn't know there were Independence Day books, and Bruce has them, so I may read those next. Yeah, when I reviewed them again, I think I did the best job I could trying to plant where I think they should go, but that is problematic, and it's sad because Rebecca Moesta, well, Nancy Richardson started it, but it should have been more coordinated. I feel they were just children's books back then, but yeah, definitely the timeline's off a little bit. Yeah, I know, and it was a smart idea because I do you agree? I don't think Cthulhu would be that big if it wasn't public domain at the get go. I do not think that would have. Not that it's terrible. I'm just saying that I think it would have been forgettable, and if no one had the rights to it or very few people had the rights to it, then it would be out of the public's mind. I don't think it'd be as popular as it is today. But that was public domain. It got to go everywhere and grow by more, by, not more, but by very talented people as well who grew the mythos. I think that's how it got so big. It was a smart move. I'm doing great. How are you? Have I seen The Boys? Yeah, I have. I laugh and then I look over at my wife to make sure she's not watching the screen. Oh, wait. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it is. It'll come out. They'll all come out. They'll all come out, I think, this year. That's fine. Remember, I don't care. I don't care if anyone politely speaking, I don't care if anyone likes the new stuff. That's fine. Yeah. Again, yeah. No. Some people apologize to me because they liked one of the new movies. I don't care. And in the nicest sense, I don't care. I don't care. That's fine. It doesn't bother me. Bruce has watched a lot of the new stuff. He's one of my best friends. It doesn't bother me. Hello. Big whining downstairs. The girls are finally home. I think they're written very well. Ryder Wyndham does an excellent job for children's book. I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised. Yeah, wasn't that crazy? I was just talking to Chris about that. Probably not. I've really had to think about that, but probably not. If someone wants to go with me, maybe. I don't think Wes is interested. I don't think Bruce is interested, though I will ask him. But I don't know. Right now, it's looking like a no. My friend Benjamin, who's in Australia right now, guess what they have? All three original trilogy movie. They're going to play the original trilogy for one ticket price. He bought his tickets for May 4th. Why can't they do that here? Why can't? And I think they have all three trilogies you can purchase. I would buy the original. I would buy a ticket to the original trilogy on May 4th. I'd spend 6 hours in the movie theater if they did that. But I don't know why they're not doing that. Well, I just I don't know. It was just more trouble than what it was worth for me. But of course, Stephen, if you know Seth, we're both Two blind people searching around there. Hey, how's it going, Alora? Ooh, I hope she will be at Legends Cons with me. I know she has something going on that may stop her, but I hope she's there. It'd be great to see you in person. Yeah, man, I would suck at that. I would suck at video games even. I'm not, I'll be honest, my weak spot is the video games. Would I ever explore them? No, I just don't have the time to play through the game. Well, Matt, watch the things for it. Maybe. That's an idea for way down the road. Maybe. And I'm not being negative toward it. I'm just saying it was just never my bag of tricks. Even when I was big into Star Wars, and I love video games. Star Wars video games, like Star Wars board games, like I have Imperial Assault, I will probably never play that again. Only because my gaming group may play it with me, but it's not something I'm rushing to get to the table. And that's weird, isn't it? Because it's a Legends Star Wars board game too. It takes place in Legends, according to Spencer Crilly. My good friend Spence convinced me to get it. And I mean, it's okay. But for some reason, when it comes to my love of Star Wars and everything else, I don't have many Star Wars board games. I have 3. And I like the other 2, but it's not like I'm always wanting to play it. Isn't that weird? Like I had maybe 1 or 2. I mean, just a handful of Star Wars video games back then. But I wasn't, when I played video games, it was the Batman Arkham series. It wasn't the newest whatever that came out. That's kind of weird, isn't it? That those loves never crossed over. Exactly. Exactly. Hold on. Every time I'm hitting this button. I'm sorry. I'm way behind the poster. Every time I click down, it just whirls up. So I'm missing these. I'm trying to catch up. I love Halo. How is the I love Halo. How is the TV show? I was kind of worried about it. It didn't look as good. I like Tartovsky's better, but you're seeing me get an honest. Everyone knows I don't like Filoni, right? But if you've noticed, I think I've been very fair. When there's a good episode of Dave Filoni's Clone Wars, I will tell you. And I'm glad that I'm looking at it, and I am being completely objective. It is true, I hate Ahsoka. I'm trying to get over that. I am trying to get over that, but I can't. I just don't like her character. So that is going to sully an episode for me. But if I like it, I'm admit it's good. It's good. And when he's good, he can be good. The episodes can be really good. Really good. Wait till you see some of the other stuff I got coming out. But well, I'll announce that at the end. I have seen them. I have seen them before. I have them on DVD. What were my top 3? My number 1 is usually Twilight Imperium. Such a great game. Hey, Bubba. You want to show your Bumblebee tattoo on your face there? Look at this girl. This is the recent birthday girl, everyone. Show them. Turn this way. No, the other way. Whoa. Someone has a Bumblebee painted on her. That looks so cool. All right. Can't remember what we were talking about now. Oh yeah, top 3 games. Number 2, I think it's right behind me. I saw it. Where is it? Here, Santa's Workshop. They came out with a new version. It's really good. I like the old version too. Either one. I don't think this is cheap though. So weird. So the new version may be cheaper. I just sent the link to a buddy of mine. He wants to buy it. This guy, I just met him last year, and we became fast friends. I invited him over for a board game group, and I was like, dude, we're in, man. He's like, yeah, man, I'm moving to Dallas next week. I was like, oh, come on. And I just texted him. I said, hey, man. I said, because I heard that he was in town, and he wanted to text me, but didn't know, if we were friends or, that good. I said, dude, we're cool. We're friends. Come on. I saw another guy. I haven't seen him, and we found out it'd been like, 15 years. We haven't seen each other. And it's weird because he has a gray beard. And this was a guy who's younger. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I got some gray too, okay? But he has a lot of gray in his beard and everything. But he looks basically, if you shaved his face and everything, it's still the same guy. And it was so good. And he remembered me. I didn't think he would. But there's two guys that used to work for me. I used to be a manager at DirecTV. And they both live around here. And they were hanging, they live up the road. And they were hanging out. And I walk my babies every afternoon, every evening. And I was helping him because he just got a big screen TV. He's making his wife move it because there was no one else. And so I helped out, move some heavy stuff with him. And it's just so nice I lose touch over people because I don't have social media, and that's my fault. It's my choice, though. I don't want social media for my own personal reasons, but it does make me miss out on connecting with old friends. So it was very good to sit and talk to them. I didn't want to spoil their night. And plus, I was with kids and everything. I got to watch 4 kids usually by myself. So while the missus is out. So, but it was good to just visit with them just for a little while. Anyway, sorry. That was number 2. Number 3, Spartacus. I don't know where it is, but Spartacus by far. I love Spartacus. So that'd be my top 3. Come on over. We'll play them all. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch the other stuff, Bad Batch and stuff like that. Just the stuff that took place during the Legends era. But again, I'm going to be fair with it too. I'm not what's called hate. I call it hate watching. You watch something that you just try to hate as much as you can of it. That's a waste of my time, I feel. Yes, I know. It was released out of order. I'm not holding that against it. In fact, I didn't really notice it, but I'm watching it according to how it aired. Yeah, I am. I know a lot of people wanted me to watch in some other order, but it's just easier for me to do that. And I don't feel, it doesn't feel nothing feels, like it's chopped out of order. It feels fine to me. But I do realize that. Yeah. Legends Con is going to be fun. I thought it was good. I mean, for me, I'm true to the books, so I want to see more books. But yeah, no, author gave me another one, and you know what? I will probably. I got an idea. I'll make a deal with that dude. If he'll stream with me, I'll read it and we'll discuss it. He got me another book, and I want to read it with him. That's what I'm going to do. Make that offer to him. No, Oh man, so much fun. He gave me an update on where people were. I thought he was kidding with me about a few people. So I can't talk about it here, but I was like, what? It was great. It was really fun seeing Seth, just hanging out with him. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go then. What was it? Oh, Halo. Okay. Yeah. Everyone tells me Fallout's great. Yeah. That's too bad. It's so sad because, for years you dreamed of it being good. Okay. Thank you. No, I've read Sword of the Jedi, and we didn't like it that much, so I moved on. But there's another one that author got me, but that's the deal I'm going to make with him. I don't respect him because he does not respect the fans, and he's doubled and tripled down on that before. But yeah, again, it's fine if you like him. No, I haven't. Oh, well, does I have played one of the war. It's the board game. Where is it? Lost Patrol and the better one. Goodness gracious. And I love the game. What's it called? Where is it on my shelf? Why can't I find it? Hold on. Drive me nuts. Where is it? Hold on. That's driving me crazy. What is the name of that game? Dadgummit. Where is it? There's Imperial Assault. There's Descent. Space Hulk. There was Space Hulk is really good, but that's not like miniature. I mean, it has the Warhammer miniatures, but it's not a miniature game. The only slightly miniature game is the miniature / board game is Tail Feathers. And no, that's a lie. I played with Brian Borg, Star Wars Armada. And if you haven't heard the story, I won. But it was like I was Jar Jar Binks, and I made these stupidest moves that Brian wasn't expecting because I didn't know what I was doing. and I beat him. And Brian is a gentleman and a scholar, and he said, good game. He should have ranted and raved and said, you are so lucky. You're so lucky. That's such a, who would, because honestly, it was the stupidest thing, but he wasn't expecting it of me, and I didn't know what I was doing. And I won. It was literally like Jar Jar Binks coming up on top. But, and that's the only time we ever played. Brian would beat the pants off me any other time. I was never into miniature games, though I guess I'd try them now. The board game store in town, that's all they play is Warhammer. There's like one table that may play Magic or something like some card game, but everyone else is Warhammer there. Yep, need to catch up with these quotes here. Thank you. Thank you. Her birthday. Oh, hey, thanks, Travis. Appreciate that. We'll leave Travis up here for a minute. So I'll make the announcement since I have Travis here. Give me the tip. Appreciate it. In May, because Travis gave $10. In May, here's what we're going to do. We're adding a rewatch episode every week. That's 3 rewatch episodes. And even though not many people watch board games, I'm adding a board game gab episode too. So more episodes coming out in the month of May. There you go. That announcement is brought to you by Travis Mitchell. Travis Mitchell, always turn to the right. Oh, he's doing this. Maybe that's the left. He always turn to the left. I like that profile pic. Right. Did you see the behind the scenes stuff where Filoni grabbed credit for everything, and unless it was something the fans hated, and then he said that was George's idea? Have you ever noticed that Lucas got no writing credit ever for Dave Filoni's Clone Wars? Just said Star Wars created by George Lucas. And then behind the scenes, it looks like he was there just to give some ideas here and there, which is fine because he did the same for the EU, right? He came in, gave a few ideas, walked out the door. So I think his involvement is exaggerated by Filoni to make it more credible in certain scenes, but he can't help but brag when it's his idea on this and that. Just calling it as I see it. The movie version. I don't know which one's a waste of time, but maybe so. I mean, you can have your idea. I mean, you can have your opinions, but respectfully disagree. I'm sure they did, and there's been some good episodes, and I've been honest about them. Oh, yes. Those episodes were good. I know they did a show with them, but I'm not interested because that happened in the Disney canon. I know I have not. Thanks. I should have checked the comments there. I think that's a slanted opinion. But if you're a Filoni fan, you're going to go that way with it, and that's fine. But I'll just disagree. We're not going to agree on that, obviously, so that's fine. It was. Yeah, well, I knew. Believe me. It's sad. It's sad because what was what I was thinking about? Killing off Ahsoka. Filoni should have thought about, that makes sense. Hold on. What? Oh, you want to play with your, here you go. That's hard, man. What's a Marvel story I have? I have the first Carnage story, which I thought was good. I don't have much Marvel. DC, maybe Nightfall. Hush. I really love Hush. Batman versus Predator is good, all three. I only have the first one 3 times over because no one knew it was the same one. Hey. Okay. Like this in all caps. Oh, really? When it focused on the clones, that was where they were at their best, I think. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Even my last video, where's the numbers on that? Passing through. Come on, Bubby, you can pass through here. Come on. All right. Hold on, let me look it up. I'm still getting responses on that. Hold on. Yeah, that's a big one. Lots of views, lots of clicks when talking about the drama. I had a lot of fun with that one. Look out for next week's More Civilized Age. Add on to my comments on that. Not too much, but. Well, at first, remember, he was pandering to those fans, and then the video footage is lost. Dylan asked for it a few years back, went, I'll get it somewhere here. It's not. And I have on my favorites, I had a video that was blank. It was removed. I don't know what it was. I can't remember anymore. But I think it was the video where a fan called Filoni out. It was either it had to be at Celebration or something. It was very early, like Clone Wars season 1 season 1 time. And he got called out for being a fake EU fan because he kept talking about Timothy Zahn's books. And, he at first really pandered to that audience because he knew that was the audience to go with. And once he got called out, he just went, well, it really doesn't matter because that stuff isn't on the same level. My TV show's above that, and we don't have to follow that stuff, and blah, blah, blah. And just totally changed. His attitude, his demeanor toward those fans, it was like, screw you fans after that. And that was the turning point. And the thing is, I remember everyone and again, Dylan has to keep me straight on this, but I remember everyone in the audience went, ooh, when the guy called him out on it. And that was his turning point. And I remember Dylan and I would watch that clip, and now it's not around anymore. So sad. Part 2 of my video. I mean, he just borrows. I really don't care for him. But again, like I said, when I see a good Clone Wars episode, I'm gonna call it that. I'm not letting my Filoni bias get in the way of enjoying good episodes from this series. And I look forward to more. And I mean, spoilers, there's going to be more episodes upcoming. You'll see this in May that I really enjoyed. And some that I did not. I've heard. Not a fan. I don't think I've read that one. I know the one you're talking about, but I have not read that one. I like No Man's Land too. Oh yeah, and the comic books and a few of the books too, if the letters are to be believed. But yes, I don't know yet because I can't remember them all. I don't know yet. It's fun because some of these episodes I remember and some I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I will not be, unfortunately. Some people still like it. That's what I've heard. I'm missing an argument here. Hey! Hey, Teresa. Yeah, it's a funny thing. She got monetized. It was a fun stream I got to be a part of. My babies woke up. It was just my little girl. And then we went and woke up the boy. And then tonight, Teresa, they kept getting out of bed like 3 times. I hear the door open and their little heads would peek over because they'd hide from me. They hide from me, and I kept putting them down. But I almost, for a short time, jumped back on the stream because y'all still had it going. But we had to run and do some grocery errands. So it was just the 3 of you left. I was listening to it, and I was like, you know what? That'd be fun to bring the kids back on. But I didn't get around to it by the time y'all close it down. By the time I got out of the grocery store, y'all already closed it down. So, but anyway, it was so much fun. Thank you for me being a part of it. Miss Martin Music's got monetized. Tell her congratulations. She's fun, has lots of real conversations with people. Huge Lord of the Rings fan. A little too much so on the movies, on the guys who played in the movies, but that's okay. I love her all the same. Awesome person. Yeah, I'm really excited about watching the other episodes and remembering what the good ones were. I mean, he may have directed it too, so and directing the action is part of it. I'm not going to totally, even though I don't like him, I don't respect him. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. No, no, no. When's your new video coming out? I'm ready for your channel to resurrect. I love the Kenobi offer. That's fine. What is going on here? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Another arc I enjoyed was Ember Arc. Yeah, I somewhat remember these. Good deal. Well, thank you for your time. It was awesome. Awesome to have you. No hierarchy of fans. Yeah. I believe that. Oh, absolutely. Stackpoles and then Alston's. I think they both did a fantastic job. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the rookies episode was really good. It's hard because here's the thing, Travis. It's been a while since I've seen these episodes before, and I'm finding I don't remember the series as well. And it's like there's some episodes I know I've seen, but it's all new to me. I just totally forgot about them, and so rewatching it has been fun. Has been fun. Isn't that great? I see, Bernard. It should be game night, but it isn't. And last night we tried, but the girls broke a glass lamp the babies had to eat twice. The girls had to eat twice. Then they wanted dessert. Then I had to change babies. One baby twice, the other one once. Then I had to, and then by the time my wife came back, it was all chaos. And we had just finished one board game, and everyone went home. And I was so sad. And then we found out, my fault. I got one of the rules wrong of the game. We were scoring way too much. And then halfway through, I realized that's not the way you score. And it just messed the whole game up. And I'm so disappointed. It was such a bummer of a night. But I did I did find some older, I say older, people around my age, because right now it's my nephew and his friends. But I did find some older people who did not know that I was into board games. And so we're going to try to get together once his kids get done with school and summertime comes around. And then, of course, my friend 30 minutes away, who I haven't met. I mean, he's a friend of the channel, and I can't wait play games with him. So hopefully resurrect it where I can play more nights instead of just sit around here on a Saturday night all alone with all these board games and no one to play with. Oh, that. You know what? I wonder if it is. I don't know. I know the one you're talking about. And I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Good call. Did you watch one of my you watched my old RPG video then where I had them all on the floor? Yeah. And that's why I felt like I didn't do it justice. So that's why after I'm done with all the TV shows, I am going to dive into the RPGs. I didn't like it originally, but of course, now that I know, the storyline that connected to it, maybe I'll appreciate it more. He's good. Fives. I remember him. Austin's great. I will be there. Bells and whistles waiting for it. I just recorded another, I'll have to tell you this. I just recorded another review, and I had to, because I had deluxeified my edition, I had to go find my regular, because this is not deluxeified. I had to go find my regular crappy bits, and it made me dislike the game a little bit. I'm such a snob when it comes to fine bits on a game. And I was like, why am I using these cardboard pieces? Oh, what was the text me. What were the coins that I bought for Spartacus that you told me about? Because I want to buy them again for another game I have. And I can't remember what they were. Whatever you're most interested in. I used to say Heir to the Empire for everyone across the board, but now I've learned that people can start anywhere. That's one of the things I found out when I started doing my channel, that people did not start at Heir to the Empire. Now, my first year when I started growing, when someone told me they didn't start Heir to the Empire, that's not how they got in the EU. I'd go, how? You started there? But now I realize that you can. There's so many jumping points into the EU. Not everyone has to go through the way that I did, and it really was a great lesson to learn. Goodness gracious, whiner to the most. And that's fine. Don't mind. Wait. All right. Yeah, that's awesome. You know what? I'm definitely enjoying. I remember originally I enjoyed the first 3 seasons, and then season 4 it started getting a little long in the tooth for me, and I didn't enjoy it after that. But I'm interested to see now, will I like more episodes than I remembered? I'm liking a lot of the episodes. And I feel I'm being very fair to the series that I generally don't like. But like I said, I've seen some great episodes. You know what, Sam? I'm glad you're the only person here that asked me a baseball question. I enjoy, my favorite is the 86 pinstripes. I just love the pinstripes, man. I think it's beautiful. Of course, it was my 86 Mets. That's what my favorite jersey. I have their black jersey, a blue jersey, a white jersey, and then I have my pinstripe one. And I wear the pinstripe one more than anything else. I thought about getting an orange one, but they don't really wear orange that much. But yeah, I mean, I get why they make more jerseys, so people will keep buying them. But pinstripe's my actual favorite. All right. Yay. Filoni? Debatable. Again, I'm not going to convince you, and you're not going to convince me, so that's fine. Character you'd find better in films to a series? I don't know. That's a great question, but I do not know. I don't know. I'd prefer a series over a film usually. Oh. That's what I'm thinking. But again, it's been a while since I know the book he's talking about. And at first I thought, because I was going to respond by saying, oh no, the spine broke off of it, so they bought a new spine for it. But I need to check it before I just say that. So, because I don't know. Hey, Bubba. I agree with all that. I said it cheapens episode 3 if you watch it chronologically. He's pleasing a certain group of fans. And that's fine. A lot of people like Ahsoka. A lot of people do. Oh, Shill Slayer. Be nice. Be nice in the chat, guys. Yes, because George read the comic book and said you should make an episode out of this. Is how that came about. Yeah. I mean, and that just kind of showed me you don't have to start with Zahn's trilogy. Yeah, I didn't believe that though. I just didn't know that many other fans, so I just thought my way was the only way. Excellent. That's fine. Just everyone say hello. Hey man, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Well, like I said, I'm gonna go in there open-minded. But I do remember, and I remember saying that seasons 1 and 2 and 3, I remember liking them for the most part. But it was season 4 where I was like, they need to stop this. And then it was a chore to watch the other episodes after that. Oh my goodness. Be nice. Be nice. There's a lot of missed opportunities with that TV show. I agree. You're asking me baseball questions for. I love it. Okay. Yeah, he's probably innocent. I do believe that. I'm not an Ohtani hater. I know a lot of people are because you hate the Dodgers. And that's perfectly fine. I do hate the Dodgers. But Ohtani, I don't think he did any wrong. He's a great player. He's a great player. I don't have envy over him. They said it was about the money, but I called it, and I wish I would have had a baseball show. When Ohtani was looking for people, I said, there is no way he goes to any other team but the Dodgers. I said that. I should have put it in a video. I text Dylan, and I told him that because they was like, where's the Ohtani going to land? I went, he's going to the Dodgers. It's obvious. I don't know why everyone isn't calling it. There's no other. I mean, there's all these serious contenders. It was the Dodgers. And now no one will ever believe me. But I called it. I called it when he was still with the Angels. That's how far, when we knew he was going to free agency. I said, because I told Dylan, I said, there's no path I see him choosing anyone but the Dodgers. There is just no way. He says no to the Dodgers' money. Oh, it's not about the money for Ohtani. Yes, it is. Yes, at this time it is. And I mean, not that he shouldn't be paid well. That's fine. And not that I'm mad about it. I'm just saying I called it for everyone else. You either like him or hate him. I'm in the dislike camp for sure. But again, if you like him, in the kindest way, I don't care. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm not, flip over my table about it. Well, why would I get mad over something? It's the same thing as someone said, sorry, Matt, I really didn't like Kevin J. Anderson's Jedi Academy trilogy. I don't care. That's fine. I hate that you didn't like it, but oh well. Or Matt, I really like Crystal Star. Said no one ever, but still, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. Nothing. Did you really? Wow. Uh-oh. One moment. Hold on. Oh. It's not good. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. All right, let's see. Thank you, Bernardo. Now, to be honest, I liked a lot of those comic books. I did. No, I don't. My nephews are big into magic. There's a few. I have a few card games left in my collection. Nothing heavy, just like nothing like deck builders. Sam, I'm honest. I'm not good at them. Plus, it just doesn't seem that fun to me just to play a bunch of cards. Now it is. You can call me out because there are some card playing games in this collection. So you can call me a liar on that, and I'll gladly agree. But the deck building stuff usually isn't my thing. My nephews do enjoy it, though. Oh, wow. That's a great. I don't know. Never thought like that. Yeah, that would be funny. They wouldn't, but that would be funny. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. That's something new, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, that's very keen that you caught that. It may be, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know. It could be a fan printing, but I always thought that it was the binding had torn so that he just spiral bound it. Because I bought the book. Well, I mean, shoot, it's right around the corner. Hold on. If I can find it real quick. I don't see it. Hold on. Wow, I don't see it at all. There it is. Yes, that's what happened. I checked it. It's busted. It's a busted spine, so he put a spiral bound on it. It is though. It's not a fan printing. I thought that, but I didn't want to say that, and it turned out to be one because I wasn't sure. Well, there's some good camaraderie scenes between Obi-Wan and Anakin I do enjoy. I hate Jar Jar's voice. Oh, nice. At times, yes. At times, yes, I think. Yeah, Troops of Core is a good place to start. That's okay. Everyone hates a winner, right? I just don't like the Dodgers. But to be fair, I haven't liked the Dodgers since I was a kid. 1988, they beat the Mets in the playoffs, and one of their pitchers was cheating. He got caught sanding the ball and thrown out, and I thought that was awful. And so I've never liked the Dodgers since. So it's been a while, not recent. Now, that's totally understandable that you're a Dodger fan. Well, every year, Dylan and I talk about it. I won't tell you the name. I even have the name of the podcast. But Dylan and I thought about doing a weekly show, starting with the winter meetings and moving to spring training. But Dylan's too busy to work, and I don't have anyone else that'd be that big into baseball. But yeah, I'd love to. It would get 2 views if I did it, but I'd love to. And everyone's texting me about the Mets, oh, Matt, the Mets are doing really good right now. Aren't you happy? Dude, I don't know, man. As a Mets fan, first off, third place is not good. I don't care where being middle of the pack. We're at 500 now. That's not good. I mean, yeah, we're supposed to be a lot worse, but thank goodness for the Marlins, right? God invented the Marlins to be in the basement of the East, I guess. But the thing is, we're not doing that well. And wait till after the All-Star game. We take a nosedive every year. A lot of people love him. Dude, chill. Chill Slayer. This guy's everywhere. Oh, you're a Jays fan. That's awful. Not awful that you like the team, but awful that they're the Blue Jays. Boy, you miss what it was at the 93-94 season, don't you? That was a solid team. Do you think they would have won in 95 during the strike? Because I think my opinion, I think the Expos were going to win the World Series in 95. That's a bold statement. And someone made a video about it a long time ago, how the Expos were going to be the world champions that year. And so that would have been 3 straight years that the World Series was won by Canada, which, I mean, I would have hated that, but would have been great for Canada, right? But the Blue Jays were great. They played well. The Miracle Mets, the amazing Mets, and the Miracle Mets. They were the Miracle Mets back then. You know what? If there's one team you're allowed to hate with all your heart, it's the Yankees. I mean, I don't like the Dodgers, but Dodgers all day over the Yankees. I will always hate the Yankees. I mean, they're tied for the division. I mean, so I can't deny their greatness. I am cheering for Baltimore only because they've never been this great. And my cousin lives up there, and she's been getting to go to the games. I like the team in Baltimore, but I want everyone to beat the Yankees, even the Red Sox, which I probably hate the Red Sox second. But I will cheer for them with my whole heart over the Stankies. We call them the Stankies here. That's the only way. It's the only way my wife and I will disown our child if he becomes a Yankees fan. I'm kidding, but I do not. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. I think as his career goes, he will shy away from being. I know he wants to go back on the mound. I don't think the Dodgers are going to let him. It's too much of a risk. I don't know what we're talking about there. I hope it was Ohtani. Oh, so bad. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. I mean, you give it a chance. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best either. Oh, yeah. The answer to your question is boxers. That was a weird question for you to ask, though. All right. I'm going to start monitoring. Come on, Shield Slayer. Need you to be respectful, please. Wow, that's really cool. The British or the Mongols. That's interesting. Oh, see, there you go. Interesting. I wasn't a big fan, even though I love Troy Denning. Tatooine's Ghost, I think, was his weakest. No, hey. No more. No more. No more. Come on, I want you to be a part of this. But let's be respectful. Would you ever make a I'll tell you no, and why. I think Teresa, Miss Martin Muses, who was on here earlier, how she broke things down. Like I would definitely want Rennie, Teresa, and Stieg, but they would just repeat everything they said on their stream. But they really love Lord of the Rings. I would love to do it, but oh man, those three really did an excellent job, and they had fun with it too. So I don't know. I'd love to. I'd love to though. Hmm. I heard. You're just troll. He's just trolling. I would not like to see. Yeah, I would like to see less. Yeah, the melodrama. Hey, you know what? Maybe so. Oh boy. I mean, Joe thinks your way. Joe likes to combine canon and non-canon when they can fit, and I just don't. It's just a matter of opinion. Joe knows I disagree with him. Like He-Man does not play with G.I. Joe. Come on, get out of here. You don't mix the toys. But again, it's fine. Twins. Oh wow. Twins fan. I love it. The Twins as a team, it's sad because I know y'all had high hopes this season. It's not working out for you right now. I know Twins fans thought about getting Trevor Bauer. Well, fans, but the owners have colluded against it. I'm for someone to let Bauer play. He's not the best guy in the world by far, but there's other people playing the major leagues that aren't as good either. So the accuser was a liar. It doesn't mean Trevor Bauer's not a jerk, but I do believe he deserves a chance. And I thought Twins would be a good. I like him landing on a small team and making them better, because the Twins are a few pieces away from having a great team, and they're just small town. You know what I mean about small town team. But that's why you cheer for them, right? And then in the '91 World Series is still one of the best series ever. Was it '91 or '92? I think it was '91. It was great. Did you? Okay. So the reason I don't accept Tarkin, James Luceno said that they told him while he was writing it, we're not going to adhere to the old canon. So he got rid of Tarkin's backstory. He didn't have to follow it and created his own. So even though this came out shortly after the announcement, they had already told James Luceno, don't worry about connecting it to the other books, which it doesn't. I'm fine if people like the book, but that was official. That was in his interview that he gave when the book came out. And I like James Luceno, and I know he's trying to get people to read the book, and some people like the book, and that's fine. But remember, it doesn't carry Tarkin's original origin. But again, if you liked it, I'm not going to argue with it. Okay, I'm not trying to put water on it, but that is something he said in his interview. I guess. You mean we're not all old here? Just me? Bex is like, okay, if you say so, Boomer. That's great. Wasn't even born in '94. Jeez to frag. I agree, but I think that was a call by George, was it not? I hate the Yankees. Oh. Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go. Oh, man, that's all you need to know, right? I love it. One of the best series, in my opinion. I think my favorite series, next to Dark Empire. You know what? Honestly, let's try that. See when Luke's available, and Mark if he wants to do it. But Luke especially, I'd love to see Luke again. I'm all for it, 100%. It is. Kelly, if you want to be a part of it, I'd love to have you on too. I mean, you'd be the one viewer we'd lose, but you know who watches them. But yeah, I love Vintage Voltron, and all 4 people or 2 people who sign in on it. I love it. No, I cannot do that. I agree. Kelly, you're invited. I'll let you know if it's on the fly. I'd love to have you on there. Bernardo only wants you on there, Kelly, is because you love Dark Tower. And he's so excited that you're going to get me to play it. I'm excited to play it because I watched it played. I wasn't impressed. Not to say it was beneath me, but I was like, okay. And it looks really cool. But I will definitely play it, and I'll definitely give my honest thoughts about it. But he is so happy you're going to get me to play that game. Not that I'm kicking and screaming about it. I'll always try a game out. Yeah, but is it because I kind of make jokes on it? Hey, I saw your stream, by the way. Really good with you and Surfer Dan. Well, I like Planet Twilight is really weird. I will give you that. It is written really weird. Children of the Jedi I still enjoy. It's a good one. A lot of people love it. Boy, yes, I agree. And Rebellion was such a missed opportunity. That series could have been so much better. Empire too. I was about to say that. The Stramac season is over. The first no hitter was pitched, ever. I've never pitched a no-hitter in Stratomatic. I'm so excited. And after a 3-year drought, my team went to the World Series and won. And I mean, the year before that, we got routed in the World Series. I mean, lost 4 straight, wasn't even close. And the year before that, I didn't even make it to the World Series. And the year before that, I think I got pushed out in the 1-game wild card. I mean, my team was just, they gradually got better. And I always make the draft. I bust up the best, which my team will suffer a few hits, and then I'll give the best rookies to the other league and everything. I don't remember who we played. It wasn't your team, though, I don't think. I have to go back and see. But it was a great season. I really enjoyed it. I am adding back a 3-game series now. I'm going to expand my league again. I had to shorten it every year since the kids have been born. I've shortened it, but now I'm going to bring it back and add 2 more expansion teams. But I got rid of 2 a long time ago, so I'm bringing 2 new ones back in, and probably bringing back the All-Star game. So it's almost 100% to where it was previously. I'm not going to bring. I had a women's league, a girls' league. I'm never bringing that back. It's just too much. So that one's dropped, and that one's for good. I'm not going to do the women's league anymore. Just the guys' league is what I want to do now. But just about everything else is going to be 100% back next season, and I cannot wait. I had so much fun with Stratomatic. I should start another season because it's just me by myself, right? Favorite was when Han Solo runs around the corner and he sees all the stormtroopers, and instead of just the 6 he was chasing. That was really good. Least favorite is Hayden Christensen being in the final cut. That is an insult to the actor Sebastian Shaw, who only got to play him in makeup, and that's with him without makeup, and I thought that was fair. And it's an older Anakin. It's not young Anakin. It's old Obi-Wan. You didn't replace him with Ewan McGregor. So I thought that was an insult to the actor. He is. They made plenty of his series. It was established in a lot of the RPGs, and of course some of the characters and stuff like that. And I think there was some. There's one. Is it a story? I can't remember. There were some articles on StarWars.com, but all that got thrown out. I mean, and I'm not. If you like the book, that's fine. I really wasn't trying to hate on it. I was just telling you that's why I just won't ever read it. Oh, really? Cool. No, I don't watch. I used to love the Olympics as a kid. I don't watch them anymore. Isn't that great? It's not great, but I just don't get into it anymore. It's kind of sad, huh? My whole family gets into it, but I'm not. Okay, that's not too bad. I bet most of the people here weren't even born in the year 2000. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Well, yeah, you hate the Yankees, and you should be happy because I cheer for the Red Sox against the Yankees. I don't really cheer for the Red Sox for anything else. Like, I really hope they at least beat I mean, they're not doing bad either. Let's be honest. I mean, the Yankees and Orioles are just solid teams right now, and the Red Sox are keeping up with them. What are y'all, 3 games out? You're not doing bad. I can't remember. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty close. You still have a season. I'm just saying at 500 right now, why should I be happy? Because we're not at the bottom? I don't think we're going to catch the Braves. I think the Braves are the best. They're one of the best teams in baseball right now. Honestly, I don't see us ever. And I mean, even if you're talking about, I mean, I hate the Phillies too. I really hate the Phillies, but they're doing good. But I hate Bryce Harper. So you got me talking baseball again. Okay. I will. I'm interested to play it. I mean, Troy Denning, Stackpole, though I don't think he'd come back. Aaron Austin passed away. Kevin J. Anderson would be nice, though I don't think they'd ask him. It's hard, right? Because there's not that many around left. I wasn't really a Christy Golden fan. Karen Travis wouldn't come back. Just people who Sean Stewart. He wrote some good stuff. I'd want people who cared about it. Drew Carpershin, who wanted to make the canon a good story. James Lucino. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's a baseball game. You can play it solo. It's rolling dice and looking at statistics and what Bernard is talking about. If you don't know, all of my friends and some people on YouTube are put on teams, and I play with all my real friends instead of just baseball players. I made the index cards, and we all play on teams, and I play a whole season every year, and I've done this since I was a kid. So something I've done originally, and it's just so much fun. It's one of my favorite vintage games I have. That's a good question. I don't know. I've loved all the original trilogy. I still think I love Jedi, but that's hard for me to say. Which prequel grew on me? None, really. Maybe Revenge of the Sith. I don't know. It's been a while. I should watch those again. Are you going to go see it May 4th in theaters? Yeah, I thought it was great. I saw it 9 times in theaters when it came out. Oh, okay. Zim was rewritten by Jason Fry in Guide to Warfare. If you're talking about those lost Wizard of the Coast articles, and he rewrote it for Guide to Warfare. And according to him, it's a more streamlined version. It's not the original version, but it's a more streamlined version. Which, if you get, and by the way, Guide to Warfare is one of the best. Like at Legends Con, if I could have seen Fry, he definitely would have signed that. That was a great source book. Right now, I'm planning on not going. Yep. Thank you. Yep. Well, I mean, he was saying which one was my least favorite. I didn't like that either, but I just thought it was unnecessary and looked really fake. But yeah. Well, Jedi Rocks is bad too, but I just thought that was just insulting the actor not to give him that take away his screen time. No, I know. He asked me what I didn't like. I agree. I agree. Exactly. Exactly. I know you hate him. My brother is in your court, and he's not a perfect guy. But you look at some of these other MLB people who have been arrested for abusing their wives, and they're still playing. I'm just saying it sets a double standard. Trevor Bauer is not a nice guy, but kind of got a little bit of a raw deal in this one. He is a jerk, but I do believe they should let him play. I'm in that camp. A lot of people aren't. See, and that's what I want to talk about on the podcast. Such a fun game. Such a fun game. I graduated college and was reading Vector Prime during my graduation. No joke. I brought a book and read it. I didn't want to go, but since my parents paid for my college, they made me go. And I said, that's fair. You paid for it. You get what you get your money's worth. So I sat there and I brought a book, and it was Vector Prime. 1998. There you go. 97. Marlins. Dodgers win the World Series, steal it from my Mets. That's really impressive, 88. I love all the baseball talking. I just love it. I was good too. You know what, though? Crusade is surprisingly good. It has its faults for being that first season and the CGI is bad. But if you get over that, they really developed the characters well. It was much better the second time I watched it. Tim and I will never review it from Open Air Lock Policy. I think he's done. But we did a Babylon 5 thing I was really enjoying. We were going to do Crusade and then do Tales from Babylon 5, which I enjoyed. And we were going to talk about those, but we never got around to it. And it's a shame because Crusade was really good. Now I've lost all my – I don't remember the series as much. I don't have time to rewatch it. I don't want to make the time. Ooh. I didn't like it either. I hope he would. He didn't have a good experience with New Geo Order. Hello. Oh, definitely. I agree with that. I know, but I just didn't like it. Man, I can't wait to play Thunder Road. If Kelly's still here, if he has Thunder Road, I'd love to play that one. But that Kickstarter's funding it like in November, right? I should get it. I don't know. The Dice Tower just made me verify my address, so I guess I'm getting those Marvel United promos in. And I haven't heard anything from CMON about Multiverse. I think it's supposed to, I mean, I know it'll come in on time, but I think it's supposed to be May is when the delivery is supposed to happen. But I haven't heard anything from them yet. I would love to see Escape from Daegu come out. Never say never. I love it. I think so too. It's sitting on Chris Nelson's desk. We just need to get him to put it on Amazon. You are such a troll. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad a lot of people got to meet him. Yeah, that's true. Oh, good. I didn't see it in 3D. I just didn't care for it. I don't know. I'm up in the air. Like I said, if someone goes with me, maybe. Cool. Jason Wingreen, personally. Essential Guide to Warfare is so good. I was born in the 70s. I call myself an 80s kid, though. Even though I do have a lot of good memories in the 90s. That's when I was a teenager. But my young years, 80s. That's true. That's true. Yeah. It was not good, but he asked for my worst. I gave him the worst. There you go. No, I didn't. I know what you're talking about, but I didn't. Ah. Oh, wow, really? I remember they put that on the trailer when they were re-releasing it. I agree. I agree with that. I think Tim's done a good job. I need to watch it. We did a podcast on that because Benjamin and Wes, one loved it, one hated it. It was a great, great podcast. I don't know how I don't know how I'd watch it, view it for my kids. I don't know if I let them watch the original first or watch it all in order because I think the original trilogy is better. So I do want it to end on a high note. I don't know. Well, yeah. Oh, wow. How much? Can't imagine that went cheap. I mean, like I said, Michael, I mean, I'm just up in the air. I just don't know. Like if Wes wanted to go, Bruce wanted to go, I'll ask Bruce tomorrow. But I'm so on it. Mm, I've heard that too. Just show up a little bit late. Boba, I will not. Don't worry. Yes, I think so. Yeah, I just haven't decided yet. I do too. Um, yeah, don't worry about that. I really don't think if you can find a digital copy of the story, go with that. For example, I don't have imprint. I will never own imprint. I will pay $20 for imprint, but someone will pay more than 20. It's not worth that for me. It's just not, you know. I mean, I wish I had it, but again, I have a digital copy. So I think that's fine. And you're more than welcome to, you know, spend your money on how, you know, whatever you wish. But for me, I just don't think it's worth more than that. But again, it's worth more to some people than others, you know. So, but yeah, but I mean, I'll never, copies rarely pop up. You rarely see them. I stopped looking for them on eBay because the last one went for a couple $100. What, 300, $400? Yeek. No thanks. That was a good series. Ooh, how'd I fall behind? And then that's fine. It's your money to use. If I did not have kids, I'd probably be dropping some big money on that. Yeah, you. I don't remember, but you may be right. And I did. That's what I did. I mean, I like Dark Empire, Tales of the Jedi, Knights of the Republic, Legacy, and Dark Times. Okay. It's a good one. The comic books really did the Clone Wars right, or did a lot of good stories in that era. Wee, yeah, 6 pages long, not worth it. Wee. Okay. You have 2 copies of Imprint? Wait, I bought Imprint for 400 one time, and then again for about 300. You have 2 copies of Imprint? I mean, it's up to you. I wish there was the Hungry Ewok that was still out there, which was a website where you could just go and download all those short stories. I wish the publisher had made more of those books, printing more stories from the Insider, but they felt like they only had to get the big authors, so they got canon and non-canon. It was ick for a lot of people, but I just appreciated that they put it all in one book, and I wish they would have gotten those stories written by the people you don't know of. So I think you would have gotten more people collecting those, but I don't think they made any more after what, 2? That I do not know. No. No. Well, it was a good series, though. I mean, it was a good website where you could get everything for cheap. But okay. Those are rare too. Wow. Yeah, I mean the only thing, like I want a copy, hardback of Stealth and Siege, or is it Star Wars Gambit, Stealth and Siege? I have Stealth. I need Siege, I think, and it costs like $300 online. I'm not paying that much. I would pay. I wouldn't even pay 100. Pay 80 maybe. I don't know. But I just want someone to help me make I mean, really, honestly, I'll be honest with you. I just want to make one of those copies and just make one on Lulu. Doesn't have to be an original. That's really what I want. So when I find someone who's good at design, that's what I'm going to do. Because I want it in hardback, but I'm not going to pay $300 for it. I'm just not. It's not to me. It's not that worth. It's not worth it. And those came out in the UK, so I didn't get them when they first came out. I didn't even know about them till years later. Till Jeremy from Super Chainsaw Productions showed me. I didn't believe they were ever in hardback. Star Wars Tales is terrible. Oh, cool. Yeah, I always thought about buying the individual copies, but since I have the trades, I think I'm good. But yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you want to see it? That's the rare one. Everyone has to see it. Oh, is this what you seek? That's 15. Ooh, yes. You want this, don't you? Strike me down with your power. Maybe one day, sir, you'll come by the house and take a tour of the collection. I actually liked those books. That was an epic fight. But to be honest, I have one of them in hardback, the other one I don't, and I just don't feel like I would pay that much. But I want it. But that's just a lot of money. Money that could be used for other things. For me. I mean, unless you're talking about, what was his name? Devin and Tales from Mos Eisley? There really hasn't been one. That's a good point, though. Yeah. Hold on, I'll get them. Where's the last guy? Ugh. So this one came with a little Science Fiction Book Club hardbacks. Got them for $5 for $1 back in the day. Yeah, that's a good question. I imagine the clones as the villains, I think. Is it? That's so funny. Just sitting on my shelf. My copy is not the one everyone else got. I have an older, I wouldn't say original copy, but an older copy before the edit that everyone has now. My copy was more of an original bootleg. That's all I can say about it. Like I was instructed not to say anything that I had it until a time when I could talk about it. But it's not that much different from what you guys got. Not really, but now they're unabridged, so yes. All right, Travis, thanks for coming in. Goodness gracious. Yeah, can you reach out to me? Do you know the expanded? Go to theexpandeduniverse.com and go to contact at theexpandeduniverse.com. Honestly, I'd love to get them in hardback. Ugh. Here's the yeah, I have stealth. I have stealth in hardback. I don't have siege, but I'm not going to pay $300 for it. And well, I'll just talk to you about it. I'll just talk to you about it when you just email me. Whoa. I think there's self-printing options. Not sure. No. See, and I wish someone, I don't know who owns those. I wish they just make an omnibus. Why can't, who is the RPG owner right now? Why can't they just reprint all those as an omnibus? That would sell like hotcakes. Hotcakes. But if there's a place you can go to download them all, that'd be great. I mean, it's not that much different. And I gave everything about, in fact, I don't know if y'all read this, but let me, all right, so here's my copy. And this is what y'all don't have, or one of the things you don't have. the story of Light Cider. Now, you may have this because I gave it to someone to give out to everyone. Intended to bridge the comic miniseries Dark Empire 1 and 2, Tom Veitch wrote this novella, Light Cider, in 1993. It was to be illustrated with several colored paintings by Dave Dorman, though none were made. And Veitch had hopes it might lead to a production of a game of the same name. Not much is known about the mechanics of the game, but it would have been other than what was described in the story. But apparently, the licensing and royalty rights for it became the flashpoint upon which Veitch and Lucasfilm would split. In the mid-90s, it was customary for Lucasfilm Limited to receive all royalties in full for their game licenses. Veitch didn't agree with what he felt was antiquated policies and pulled Light Cider from Lucasfilm. In response, Lucasfilm had him removed as a writer from Tales of the Jedi comic book series and canceled the Dark Empire storyline, Empire's End. It doesn't say that, I'm just telling you. For the sake of fans and to provide some kind of closure to the tale, Veitch petitioned to be allowed to at least finish that storyline. He was given 6 issues for Dark Empire 2, originally half what was intended, and a 2-issue Empire's End, intended to be a 6-part story in which to wrap things up. As it turned out, years later, Lucasfilm's policies did change, but at this point, Veitch had lost all interest in seeing Light Cider published under the Lucasfilm and Star Wars banner. The main thrust of the story is that Kamsa Salyer, a Jedi Knight whose father, wife, children were murdered by Darth Vader in the Jedi Purge. Cam's story is one of grief and redemption. He returns from years of hiding and to find the Emperor's dark side warriors locked in fierce engagement in the New Republic. It's a good story expanding on the world Veitch created in Dark Empire, though not without its flaws. The concept of Umek List's mind splitter effect. Okay, then it goes into this. Only a handful of copies of this story exist outside of Veitch's hands, and purportedly he continues to shop it around as a non-Star Wars screenplay. Perhaps one day we'll see a film adaptation come to life on this big screen. In the meantime, as a private treat to a few privileged enough to be holding this in their hands, here is the lost bridge that almost was. At one time, there was very few copies of this out. I'm glad it's out for everyone now, but I had this, as you guys know, for years. When I started doing Matt's Expanding Universe, I'd already had Light Cider. I'd already had it. I remember exactly the day I got the call on if I wanted Light Cider. And I responded, it doesn't exist. And they said, yes, it does. Do you want this copy? I went, yes, I do. And I could not believe it. I remember I sat down because I was eating with my wife and my grandmother. And this was, gosh, this is many years ago, well before the channel blew up. And I turned to my wife and I went, and I could not, and she didn't understand what was going on, but I was like, this has got to be a fake. And then I got it and I was like, oh my gosh. But I was never allowed to talk about it. So it's set like this, as you guys know now, on my shelf in the background. It's there the whole time. But Noah did a video where I filmed something from the side and you could see this. And I always, if I did something, I always removed it from the bookshelf. Like when I did my tour, I removed this from the bookshelf. And a few side shots, I removed it from the bookshelf, but I didn't for one of my videos. And Noah caught it and showed that I'd had it the whole time. So, and you can see it right there. And I remember the first person that found that out and said, wait a minute. That was one of the Easter eggs. There were 3 Easter eggs. That was one of them. The other one was, of course, we already talked about it. Whenever there was a short story for Insider or whatnot, I would always say that Yub Nub is one hungry Ewok. He loves bologna. He's one hungry, making you go to the Hungry Ewok website for him. And the third one, I just recently revealed. I purposely mispronounced names just to tick people off. The first time I probably did say it wrong by accident, but then when people said it's this, I started doubling down. But then one time I messed up and I said Callista's name right. I don't remember what one it was. I was like, oh no, Callistia. Is what I started calling her after that. I did get it wrong the first time, but when everyone corrected me, I kept doubling down on it as a joke. Dylan knew about that because I told Dylan I was going to do it, and he would just shake his head and say, why? I went, because it's funny. Those are my 3 Easter eggs. Until you guys find Escape from Daggoo. It's in one of my videos. You have to find out which one. It's the one where I talked to Chris Nelson. No, I did not. I hear the new audiobooks are really good. Official, yes. That first minute of video, I didn't even know. We were just goofing around at the beginning, and I did that. I put myself on mute, and I was just being goofy. And they put sound to it, and it's honestly, I've cried so many times watching that. Gambit, but it was Stealth and Siege were the 2 books. I'd love that. Yeah, I'll show you something else I got that no one else has. I think no one else has. Maybe people have this now. Whoa. Okay, I'm so far behind the comments here. Let me see. I mean, it's not that much different from y'all's copy. I wish we could have too. Oh, stop. Move up. Yeah. I don't know. That's hard to say. I don't know. One of them, yes. Callistia was my favorite by far. The first time I honestly messed it up. And then everyone got on, and so I started doubling down on it. That's the one I did the worst on. So if I said it wrong the first time, I probably did it by accident. But then if people made comments, I doubled down. Only Dylan knew that. Sabatine. I still think Naga Shadow. I know it's got an H in there, but Sadao is supposedly how it's said. I never read it like that. I just thought it's shadow without the H. You know, Star Wars way of shadow. I'm doing the shadow there. It does sound like I'm putting an H in there though. But that's how I always felt it was. You know how Jason was with a C, not Jakin. You know, or Jackin. You know, kind of been great if that was his name. Who started calling him Jackin and Jaina? I hear they're good. Ooh, Dark Empire, Tells the Jedi, Knights of the Republic, they're all good. Legacy. Yeah, and like I said, I never listened to audiobooks either. But that's just how I always saw it. Well, I would have focused more on the war, the clones, which what Filoni did at times, which is good. I would have focused on the camaraderie of building up Anakin and Obi-Wan's relationship more further, make that bond tighter. And then it says in the opening crawl in episode 3, it says there are heroes on both sides. So I would have loved to show you some separatists who were really good people, just being guided for the wrong reasons. Cadus is how I always pronounced it. Yeah, I could be saying that one wrong either, but that's how I've always pronounced it. That's true. That's true. For one, I did. Yeah, because I wanted to feel the ending. That's true. Yeah, the first time I did. No, he doesn't. That's what I would have said. Oh, Jamie, I missed you. Hey, Jamie had a fun, I don't know if it was today. I think it was. It's been a long day. Review. He likes Sagrada. And Jamie, because yeah, that's true. Jamie did something for Sagrada, which Evan Peel, Evan Yvonne. Yeah. Now that I'm hearing that, I don't know how I used to say it, but yeah. You did one on Sagrada. The other two expansions, I can't. Whatever the last expansion was, Jamie, that's probably the only one you don't have to get, because I felt like it started repeating stuff from other ones. I didn't feel there's anything new. Now, just not too long ago, I did play with all the expansions, and it's not bad to have the next expansion after the one you got includes the white dye, which are really good. The expansion after that is the orange dye, which are they're so much fun. And then they have the black dye, which is exactly what the white dye does. I mean, it's the exact same power, well, different powers and abilities, but the same concept. And I was like, ooh, and there's not much new there. You know, I mean, it was okay. It was okay. Like I said, I play with it. It has these instant rewards cards that you score immediately when you get the thing. So it's making achievements. But other than that, it was just more of what we've seen before. And so I wasn't impressed with the last expansion, but the other ones are just really good. A lot of stuff on there. All right, sir. See ya. Kitus. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, and you're right. You guys are probably right. You guys listen to audiobooks, which do pronounce them like Talon Card. I used to call them card. I think I used to call them Cardet or Talon Cardet or something like that. What do I call them? Talon? No, I call them Talon, and it's Talon maybe. But I call them Talon Cardet. I think I can't remember. I didn't say it the way it was spelled out or the way it was pronounced. Yeah. I think he's a great character. They should have made more books and comic books, and they really, really, really messed up by not harping on his popularity. Here's another thing I have, even though I don't think this is rare. A lot of people probably have it. Oh, I just saw it. Where was it? Someone asked me for this just the other day because they heard I had it. This is a self-printing, and Dark Horse version of all the web comic books back in the day on Hyperspace, all in one little fake Dark Horse trade. I had helped someone. Someone asked me if they said, "Hey, I heard you had them all printed out." I said, "I do." He said, "Would you mind scanning those?" And I had a scanner back then, and so it took me forever. But I wanted to do it, and in return, they sent me this. So that was really nice of them. And he had some. I was missing one web strip I didn't have an ending to. I thought it never ended. I thought they canceled StarWars.com. I didn't know they finished the web strip, but they did. And he sent me the last few strips I was missing in it. But yeah, that's all the Hyperspace comic strips there, and some of the ebook ones like Prelude to Rebellion, Star Wars issue 0, which was originally Adobe Flash, and Mara Jade's little Zero story is in here. Heart of Fire and Poison Moon are there. Yeah, Aura's Song I think was included on one. I still do. Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah. get Passion in Life. Look at my review on Glory, and then see if that's something you like. But I think Passion and Life are really good. I love how you said it didn't really complicate the game. That's a terrible name for the expansion, but 5 to 6 player expansion. It's way more than that. And it doesn't complicate. In fact, I will always play that way. And once you get the white die, it's just an extra way to complete your tower. The orange die are really neat too. But I thought that Glory was lackluster. But you can see, I mean, if you like it, then you get it all. But Passion and Life, I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about that, man. And Jamie, I'll go ahead and announce this. Not that anyone cares, maybe. Jamie, and hopefully we can get Norm will be part of my top 50 vintage games this year. I need to get some vintage games played. I haven't played vintage games in a while, so I need to get some played. A lot of these are, yeah. The only one I didn't like, is it in here? No, I asked him not to put it. The Greedo's Tail, which is not, it's a contradiction to the canon. So I didn't want that one in there. Yeah, I made hardcovers for a bunch of my stuff now. Oh, thanks, Bex. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, but I didn't know if anyone had seen that one. Someone just asked me about it the other day, and I totally forgot about it. What else? I think y'all know this one. That's the Tales of the Clone Wars. I think the web strips of the Clone Wars web comic collection. That one I've seen people have, though. That was a great find for me. Look, I got it autographed by the authors. So cool. Or the artist. I can't remember. I'm trying to think if there's something else I can show you here. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's the Dig magazine. I don't know where that is. Anyway, yeah, a lot of cool stuff. But I do want to get some. Self printings going on. So, all right. Well, that is it. Midnight I turned into a pumpkin. But hey, guys, thanks a lot for coming on here. This is a very long stream, but it's what I had to do tonight. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your month. April's almost coming to a close. May is coming. Remember, extra rewatch episodes starting in May, as well as Board Game Gab. I'm going to do an extra episode of those. So more videos coming in May for the month of May. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye-bye.